Literally 10 minutes ago, I was sitting in bed in my pajamas, and here we are, GM.
I don't know how you do that. I just can't. Like this is natural beauty versus not so much.
No, it is AI filter.
Your camera's much better than mine.
It's AI filter and a hat.
That you can always tell when we're wearing hats, and we wear them often. We just didn't feel like doing our hair, is what it comes down to, and it's an opportunity for branding of sorts. I'm rocking my. This is from New York 2021 or 2022. 2022. No,
when you
NFT
say New York,
NYC.
You mean NFT NYC?
NFT NYC 2022 Cryptodes hat that I wear constantly. So so funny.
Deep lore. I'm 99% sure you and I met at NFT NYC in 21.
No, 22. It would have been 22.
2022. Yeah. Sorry, 2022 that you and I met through Chris Co-created.
It's possible.
Before we were on Farcaster.
Possible. Very possible.
Because I have this memory
because I was hanging with Chris Co-created then. And speaking of my background.
Oh.
It's the I don't know why. I just felt like rocking this one today. This is the GM that we had made for our 100th. That's why. For our 100th episode, I was thinking about that. So, yeah.
But I remember meeting someone in a theater that was like just handing out gifts. It was like Chris Co-created introduced me to someone, and the next thing I know, I had like a handful of like pins and stickers, and I'm like,
quite possible.
I was like, what am I going to do with all this? Now I have to carry this stuff around.
Sounds about right. Sounds like me. Yeah, definitely could be me. Okay, we are live. I'm going to do some casting and tweeting. So let everybody know if you are watching with us today, give it a cast, give it a tweet, give it a recast or a retweet, whatever you prefer. And let's get rolling with this. So we will be back on the other side of 40 seconds. Welcome to GM Farcaster, bringing you everything from breaking news to spicy memes to the deep lore shaping this vibrant digital community. More than just a show, GM Farcaster is your digital third space where the community connects, the stories unfold, and the culture thrives. Whether you're a daily caster or just dropping by, we've got the latest buzz to keep you plugged in. So grab your coffee and let's dive in with your hosts, Nanish Prof and Adrian, for another episode of GM Farcaster. GM Farcaster. It is Tuesday, October 14th, and you are here with Nanish Prof and Adrian for 29 minutes-ish of Farcaster news to start your day. And we both were like, we're going to have a short show today. It's not going to be like super long. And nothing was happening until late last night. And then all of a sudden, a whole bunch of stuff happened. And I was like, okay, now we have stuff to talk about. So we're going to get to all that in just a minute. I'm just finishing my retweeting and my recasts and all the fun things to let people know we are live. So hopefully we get some folks in here, and let me pin this and we are good. All right. We have a lot to talk about, surprisingly. We were just on yesterday, so that's why I was like, we won't have much to talk about in one day. And now we've got a lot to talk about. So
yeah, spoiler alert, if you're in our chat, Yes It's Crypto is just going to tell you the news.
Yeah, he's just telling you all the news. And I'm not pulling it up because we get to say that. But also, happy 299th episode, everybody. And especially to our chatters who are here so often with us. Nobody's been here all 299, but speaking of Chris Co-created, one of our first viewers, audience members, very early, and Justin on. We'll just give them both a shout out there. All right, let's dive in. First up, I want to mention we're going to move Cast Out back a week because I need more time. That's what it comes down to. And I was like, can I move it back a week? And I'm like, Adrian, when are you going to Argentina? So I was like,
even better. You can blame it on me because I started working on the Cast Out mini app and I'm happy to have another week to work on it. So thank you.
Great. Okay. I'm blaming you. It's totally me. But I'm blaming you. Sure, that works. So we're going to move it to start on November 3rd, and I'll have more info about that soon. This from Adrienne. I'm going to let her explain this.
Okay.
What's going on, Adrienne?
What you see? Anyway, I was on our YouTube. Actually, this is a good announcement for anyone new to our show. We got a lot of new people who found us through our mini app. They were clicking buttons.
We're so happy. We're so happy you're here.
We are.
We really
so
are.
happy. But I guess I noticed some comments on our YouTube channel of someone watching videos who minted one of our episodes and is looking for a prize. And waiting for us to give away prizes and withholding likes of our video until they get a prize. Free country, free world, you can do whatever you want. But to be clear, it's not transactional like that. You don't mint episodes to get airdrops or prizes from us. So
that said,
you've watched our show long enough. That said, people who have our hyper sub and who have minted episodes do get prizes for every now and then.
And there is and there might be some things coming. But also, if you do mint, usually we have some kind of reward you can claim at that time. So it might be DGen, it might be Clanker, it depends on the day. But after, you kind of have to be aware of that while you're minting on pods. And then you can claim, it will pop up right after you claim. Of course you are.
Yeah, so that's better and Toady setting the wrong expectations.
Yeah. We don't always give you something. We blame better today. So anyway, just letting everybody know, we're not raffling anything off. We're not giving anything away for minting unless otherwise stated. Like I said, sometimes you can do an immediate claim for 80% of that back in some other token, usually Clanker or DGen, depends on the day.
And if you have minted an episode, thank you. It's it is a direct support to Farcaster News,
and it adds up,
and
we appreciate it, and helps us keep going. And we do have some things planned for the season 3 holders, so more to come, but anyway, not today.
That made me laugh, so thank you for letting me share. We have humor.
It was really funny. We're getting roasted in the comments on YouTube for not giving something away when we never said we were gonna. So that was weird.
Also, the comments is probably helping our algo somehow too. It's probably good to have comments. So I don't know what to say. I don't know whether
we can also hide them, but it's all right. Better we explain. Okay, moving on. This is the big news. We've got a new deposit bonus on Farcaster. This is from V. Deposit USDC on base and will match you up to 10% this October. All you need to do is transfer USDC into your account to start earning, and then you need to hold it there. Let me be clear about that, because there was some confusion there. So deposit to earn this October will match base only USDC you deposit in your wallet with a 10% bonus. Earn up to $500. You can earn up to 500 USDC, I should say, in deposit rewards for an eligible Farcaster account. You can learn more about that. And then on-chain payouts, rewards are paid on-chain in base USDC every week. So it's a little confusing because it was you're going to get paid 1% a week or something like that. So here's a few additional rules regarding this. Deposits must be in USDC on base. Rewards are paid out weekly, 1% each week for 10 weeks. So we've got a 10-week experiment happening here. USDC that is transferred or swapped during the week will not earn. In other words, you have to just let it sit there. USDC balances this is, by the way, that's my problem right there. There's the problem. My USDC in my Warplet, it does not last long. It goes. I use it for things. I use it to swap. So that's going to be a very new behavior for me. I don't know if I can do it. When I want to just hold it, it sits in Coinbase or something. Somewhere where I'm just not even going to remember it's there. So this will be tricky. Moving on. USDC balances must be higher than they were today to start earning. USDC rewards are capped at 500 per account. Rewards will only be paid out to legitimate accounts that clearly belong to a person. We have a lot of criteria we use to evaluate this, including history, transaction volume, connected socials, and spam labels. Please do not try to farm, of course they will, by creating new bank accounts.
Please.
We're going to tell you, but you're going to ignore this part. It may result in all your accounts being banned from all future rewards. So don't do that, but we know somebody's going to, obviously. So there you go. New news. This was funny too. If you have USDC in your Farcaster wallet on a different chain, guess what? It's really easy to swap that. And maybe I'll get a chance to show you if this cast will come up. Come on. There we go. If someone's first crypto wallet is Farcaster, they might not realize how complex, time-consuming, and expensive bridging usually is. Just one small example of how easy Farcaster wallet is to use. So this was going from Arbitrum to Base, which you'd think is not hard, but it has been. Like everything's been hard up to this point to swap from one chain to another. So this is very cool to see. And I remember doing this with Polygon so many times and having so many fails trying to bridge back in the day of 2022. It feels like 20 years ago. Also new on Farcaster, this from DWR, swap comments. Comment when you swap. Your comment appears on the asset page under the code. Your comment is a cast on the protocol. Other clients like Zapper and Base can integrate permissionlessly. Farcaster is the largest protocol of publicly linked Ethereum and Solana wallets with 100,000 funded wallets in the main app. Social and trading is our DNA. Okay. That's new. This from V was talking about, that's a swap. Yeah, you have to swap at least $10 of a token and you can write comments that show up on the token page. So that's important because I was swapping in like $5 batches and I don't know if I got there or not. So yeah. I forgot about this part.
Poor people can't comment. Sorry.
There's no commenting. So did you see a lot of turtles?
Oh, I saw a lot of turtles.
And you didn't understand what the turtles were, did you?
Well, I know turtles relate to Matt Lee's app, Tortoise.
You do. Mm-hmm.
I do not know why I saw so many when I woke up this morning on my feed. So explain.
Well, this is why. We can blame Horsefacts for anything that's really weird on your feed that you don't understand. First, check Horsefacts' account. Your tortoises are running wild all over the racetrack. You're going to get DQ'd. You got to post in swap comments. Okay, so this was a way to note to play around with the swap comments. So this was related to his first cast, which I don't know if I have it. I'm trying to go back. Here we go. Tortoise race. Comment with a turtle to enter your tortoise. Most likes 24 hours from now wins 5 million tort. So tort is, Matt Lee's clanker. I don't know why Horsefacts picked that one. I think he just wanted to see turtles everywhere is the way I'm taking this. So this was a good way to test if your comments were working. I like turtles, so I tried it. And the way you could do this is you needed to restart your app, essentially. Like if you didn't, because it took me a while to be like, where are the comments? Like it wasn't showing up anywhere. So that was like the first swap I did. I'm like, okay, where do I put the stupid turtle? And there was nothing. So if you haven't already, go to the App Store, make sure you have the most up-to-date version of Farcaster, and then you may have to close out a couple times to get it to restart. And then after you do a swap, you will see something that pops up that allows you to cast about your swap. And that's where you can add a comment. So then it will show up. If it's a large enough swap, it will also show up on the page of the token itself. All right, that was a lot. That was a lot. But it's pretty cool. And let me go pull up.
I think it's really very interesting if you think of, especially like what makes Farcaster special. It's this kind of social plus
Right.
trading.
Yeah.
It's hard to say.
Trading app. It's like a trading app. Kind of. Yeah.
Trading. Okay. Crypto under the hood. So just the merging of the two is really interesting. And I think it's a surface area that hasn't been touched. So super interesting to see how that plays out. My immediate thought was I was thinking back to channels as channels as permissioned hashtags, as hashtags you had to pay for. And about Dan's early decision to like refuse to implement hashtags on Farcaster.
That's
and
funny.
My immediate thought here, and the reason is because then spammers spammers take advantage of hashtags and kind of like inject.
Right. That was the reason. Yeah.
And that was why channels cost money, right? Because you could kind of prevent that. So my immediate thought was like, oh, now if you want to get on a token page, you just have to pay. It's like, it was like permissioned pay to show up in places. So
that's what this is. Yeah.
Spammers get on those token pages. You just have to pay.
You have to pay.
But that was that's my skeptical. That was my skeptical take, but actually it's kind of cool.
Yeah. I think it's cool. I do think it's cool. So you see some experimentation going here with people buying and posting. Oh, my turtle did show up, but I only bought $4 worth. Interesting.
Wait, but these are only buys, right? Only buys show up because
sell should show up for anything, but I think right now only people were buying and commenting.
Yeah, but shouldn't the sell show up on the what you're selling into?
There's a sell right here.
Oh, okay. So it's any.
Yeah, it's both. It's both. There just weren't many. There was mostly people buying because Horsefacts said buy.
I wonder how someone check on Matt Lee this morning, make sure he's okay.
Are you okay, buddy? I know. I don't think he said anything about this. Does he even know? Are you awake?
What we've seen in the past is typically it's like it's easier. It's like somehow it's like it's hard to handle when things go up. Like, psychologically, it's
it's funny.
So
anyways, I got a chance to use this GIF and it made me happy. So go swap some tort, get on the page. Or your favorite token and put your comment in there. This is kind of fun. It's also, the bigger thing is, so think about, move this forward a little bit. You could have a big sell-off. You could have people commenting why. You could have big buys and you could have people commenting why. Those sentiments then can get pulled into top stories, token summaries about what's going on with activity. So there's a lot of things you could do with that information. So very cool. You're missing. Why are you missing? What did we miss? You just missed that. I said that the other day. As a matter of fact.
No, Red Wings wanted someone to pull.
The poor people.
Poor people can't comment.
That's funny.
Like,
what would poor traders do?
And to be clear, we're talking about kind of like the spam and the ability to pay, to spam. Like with anything, I mean, spam will be handled. Like I think and different clients can choose to do it differently. So,
it'll be handled. Well, if you have certain spam label, you're not even gonna get the option to comment, I don't think. So that part will be handled, and then they'll just have to handle it as it comes and nerf the same way we do. We even get spam tokens. I mean, yesterday my wallet said I had $62,000 in it, and I was like, great. I know you're lying, but okay. All right, moving on. We have some interesting conversations happening also on the timeline yesterday. So this from Jake, and I'm curious to get some takes from the chatters as well. Why not add the ability to view each other's holdings as easily as we can view each other's casts? Just add a tab in the same row as cast replies, collection, likes on the profile page. Yeah, we used to be able to see people's NFTs too. It was great. I think I understand the valid argument for why not, i.e. intentional friction for the sake of privacy, but the recent addition of recent trade section, I think, implies the deep prioritization of that specific type of privacy. If it can lead to Farcaster growth along with other wallet-focused changes, the information is already public. What happens after it is made much easier for the masses to follow, I don't know. People may value privacy more then and choose which wallets they connect to their socials more carefully, etc. But I don't see a need for FC to delay the inevitable at this point. Open to changing my mind and navigating various pages and wallet things here, especially recent trade section. It no longer feels like a material add-on as much as it feels like something that is actively missing. It seems very on theme with recent changes in prioritization. And then Antimo, Ted would be mad. Ted would be mad. Is the reason. But here's the other thing. Base has this tab you're talking about. So it's already in the Base app. So you can go do that. Its chances are it will come to Farcaster as well, but there you go. I liked Yes to Crypto's comment here. Comparison is the thief of joy. It would make most people withholding stop using the Farcaster wallet for almost all their trades. I know I would stop using the wallet if this was a feature. So just note, if you're using a Base app, that it might already be there for you. So just for those who
Also,
want
my
to
Base
think
app,
about that. Yeah.
My Base app is a different wallet.
Base app is
So
a different
each
wallet.
client, right. So like I have a different wallet in my Base app, different assets.
I'm curious now. I haven't, it should, you're going to see how poor I am if you look at the Base app one, because my Base wallet is not much in it. So yeah, that's true.
But I agree wholeheartedly with Yes to Crypto.
Yeah, I don't think I really need a button right there. If I'm very curious, I can do the work. You know, like if I really want to know for some reason, and there's been times where I've wallet snooped. I've done that. Most of the time I'm looking at people's NFTs. I'm not really looking at what they're holding in their wallet, or if I'm wallet snooping, like sometimes, I love the NFT tab, was beautiful. Sometimes there have been times where I've been trying to track something down for a bad actor or something like that. But otherwise, I'm not looking, like, I don't care. And if you're using something like Interface or something like that, if you really care about what people are trading, you can do it that way. But we'll see what the decision is. But if you have a thought on this, definitely go comment on that, because I'm sure that they're going to look at that as well.
Yeah.
Does Zapper aggregate as well? I don't know. I haven't looked.
I don't know, but I love the idea of different clients kind of specializing in different.
Of course you are.
Right. We just don't need to look. We don't need to look. We know.
But I don't need to. I could have assumed that without looking. I could have assumed you would max that out, because why wouldn't you?
My Zapper wallet only has 4 cents in it.
Yeah, I haven't done enough on Zapper. I have not done enough on these other clients. I haven't even gone to bonds yet. Like, I need more time in the day to spend more time on
called
things.
Trash to Treasure that I have no idea how it got there. So
yeah, that happens. A lot of trash to treasure. Yeah, if you guys want to look at my wallet, you'll see a lot of stuff I didn't buy that was sent to me, and that has no value whatsoever. All right. So yeah, if you have thoughts on this, drop them there. Moving on. This from DTSO, building a mini app. The Base team cooked up a mini app demo that you can use to test the latest functionalities, capabilities in the Base app, and a mini app asset generator to help you easily generate manifest compliant assets for your mini app. Try them out below and see what's possible. So that's great to see. That's going to make it much easier for everyone. And then pair it with this. Here we go. From Nanar, we've built a vibe coding studio specifically for mini apps. Text input, mini app output. Understands Farcaster context, signs manifests for you on your behalf, gives you a URL you can share with your network. This said, it's early and we'll have bugs, corner cases as things go. If you have been waiting to build a mini app, we'd love to onboard you and get feedback. The studio will be a paid product. We'll enable free access for everyone alpha testing with us. If interested, please respond to this cast or DM Calvino. And I do want to get access to that because I do have something I'd like to type code. But very cool. And Grin had told me about this at Basecamp, that this was coming, and I was like, yeah, that's very cool. I can see so many use cases for us who are we're idea guys, we're the idea guys. We're not the deliver it guys, we can't do all the things.
That's where the world's going. It's, idea guys are
the idea guys are going to win. Yeah.
I love Nanar, and I love seeing, like, they're really leaning into AI.
Yeah.
With their, obviously, the Nanar Farcaster's Grok account.
It's really good.
It's really good helping builders with AI. So I'm excited to see how Nanar continues to develop over the years.
I also love that the Nanar app, that I can use the AI in the mini app without having to call it on the feed, especially if I'm asking a stupid question. It's good, like I want to ask my stupid questions quietly to myself. So there you go. I don't want to necessarily shout them out to the world. Keep our stupid questions to ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
All right, this from DWR, looking to talk to people with a lot of experience with video clips, whoop, etc. Bonus points if you have done so in crypto, reply or DM. So this pairs nicely with oops, I thought I had it handy, but I moved it somewhere. This. Farcaster is now on TikTok. And there are 37 followers. Nobody else, please follow. I'm just kidding. That's mean.
I think they've already gotten more.
I know, it's sad.
We've been on TikTok. We've been on TikTok for almost a month, and Farcaster account already has more followers than us. So
has probably no videos.
Yeah, it really is hurting my ego. It's really hurting my ego. It's really hurting my ego this morning.
They can crush us. So hey, while you're over on TikTok following Farcaster, give GM Farcaster a follow as well. Which we are actually posting things over there too. So there you go. But I assume that this call is so that they can up their clipping game, especially because they're now doing live streaming as well. Well, Linda has been anyway. So Linda and Horsefacts. This from Hell No, mini app and website to bridge your Farcaster OG NFT. So, the one with Adrian on it, from Zora to Base, because it was on the Zora chain. So Zora's L2, which is built on Optimism as well, which they're not really doing anything with anymore. They've realized that Base was a better play because not everyone had Zora ETH and all that stuff. So it made it a lot harder. But the original NFT, the OG NFT for Farcaster OGs that came out before the protocol went permissionless is what this is. And there's only 938 of them. So they're kind of stuck over there on Zora. This is the way to bridge it over to Base. So the mini app can also be used as a website. Most token holders don't have their OG NFT in their Warplet. Nope, I do not. The Farcaster token and airdrop for it exists, but you don't have to do anything with it or care about it at all. We made some changes today to separate this out better. If you held the Farcaster OG and didn't sell it, you got an airdrop. Cool. I didn't even realize that. So that was nice.
Okay, I didn't realize that either. I had no idea what all this was. And I was like, not even going to read it because
Prof will read it for you. Because Prof will read it for you.
Bridging, and I'm like, I don't do that.
See what I mean?
Just like, what? It's not worth my time.
But it's a mini app bridge. Here's why it might be worth your time. Here's why you all should go do this. I have not done this yet because it is not in my Warplet and I needed to do this at another time. But here's why you should. What if Zora's chain just goes away? You don't know that it's not going to. So I would not feel confident. I'm going to move mine to base for sure. Mostly. And the other thing is, if people want to send you something or whatever, or do something with that, it's likely that it's going to happen on base, not on Zora's chain. So I'm going to be moving mine. You do you.
Move mine. Can you move mine for me?
Yes, when I see you in person, I can. It's the only way I can do that. So maybe.
Does anyone else?
Tomorrow.
Is this helpful for anyone else? Should we? Maybe we'll stream it. I just want someone to do it for me. I don't want.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be that hard, but I might record it. I'll record it rather than stream it, just in case something goes wrong. I don't want to put them on blast. So yeah, but I definitely suggest moving it. I think it's a good idea. I just do, for many reasons. The reason it was on Zora's chain, by the way, at that time, the only NFTs you could mint in a frame. No, it wasn't even a frame. It wasn't a frame. How did we do it? Why was it Zora?
Oh, it was it was.
Were there frames yet? There weren't frames.
They built it. They built something that it was like click to mint in feed.
Yeah, there was something you could do to click to mint and feed, but it was pre-framed. So I'm like blanking as to how that all happened. But it was something through Zora. It wasn't necessarily through Farcaster. But the only chain that you could do that with was Zora. So that's why. And this was one of the early tests.
My background.
You went back. There it is. There she is. I love the videos where she's moving and turning around.
It does look like me, right?
It looks just like you. It's ridiculous. Like like as soon as it happened, we were like, it's Adrienne standing at the gates, welcoming and also protecting the vibes.
Yeah.
There she is.
If
standing at the arch.
If only the artist knew what I looked like when they made it, I could pretend it was me.
Yeah. If only. That artist, that unknown artist of Midjourney and DWR. This from Dish for this is exciting. Clank on mainnet. The OG L1 is there for provenance and ultimately offers a different trading experience than L2s with a public meme pool. We think it's important to extend Clanker's reach as well as support anything when it comes to deploying a token on EVM. Now available via Clanker World and Clanker SDK v4.1.26. So this is exciting. So you can now deploy on mainnet. If you're interested in learning more, go to clanker.world and there will be additional information there. But very exciting. And I wanted to slide that in since it was not, we need to get Dish to cast things before we go live on Mondays when we're doing like a whole Clanker moment. But it's okay. It's Tuesday and we'll still talk about you. This led to a bigger conversation. So I'm going to read a little bit of this. This was from Ray Zipsa. Since I was little, I had always dreamed of, when I grew up, contributing to building a bigger and faster casino that could be instrumental in corruption and political grift. And when people complained about the rich eating the poor, I could dumbfoundedly say to them, "This is crypto. No one ever promised to be fair, son." Please read that with the sarcasm it was intended. And then we had this response from Aviation Doctor. My most recent take along those lines has been described as naive and sweet on the latest GM Farcaster episode. There seems to be a lot of jadedness at the apparent inevitability of grift and corruption in and around Web3, or worse, people rationalizing that since it's there regardless, one might as well partake in the casino, because if one doesn't, others will do it anyway, what I call the drug dealer ethos. Okay. So we excuse grifters who run insider trades or pumps and dumps as just being smart, and we laugh at these small crimes off as if they were part and parcel of the industry. We've completely normalized zero-sum mindsets. When pushed, some people will resolve the ethical cognitive dissonance by saying that we eventually end up with KYC'd permissioned corpo chains that will make grifting a thing of the past. Too bad if we also lose what made blockchains unique in the first place. It's either the untrammeled PvP Far West or some dystopian bastardization version of TradFi with blocks. Surely there can't be a middle path where crypto matures into something better. Surely there can be better and more credible while retaining some of its cypherpunk qualities. And don't call me Shirley. So
Shirley.
I did respond and say we did love your take. Also, I did love his take, the original take. Especially because he did say more computer, less casino was like the last sentence of that. Just to maybe we come up with this: more computer, less casino. Thoughts on this before
It always surprises me that people watch GM Farcaster. You probably.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. We love that you're here. I was surprised to see that comment. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess the worst thing I want to become actually is
Jaded.
a cynic.
Yeah.
Because I actually do think it's really important to be keeping ideals and I really do appreciate the naivety. No, I'm kidding. It's the sweetness and
the positivity.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like the optimism of it. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And I believe in it. And the future's not written.
No. And
the
also,
not written, and every voice matters. Like if you are able to articulate a different path, like it's, I think it matters. And I think we live in this world where it's any individual has power and influence. So I don't know.
I think my thought on this is that I don't think that people are necessarily ignoring the crime or pumping and dumping and laughing about it. Like there is a subsection of people who absolutely are doing that. They're the same people who would do that in TradFi or anywhere else. Like they would, you know what I mean? They're scammers are scammers. They're just finding their new grift. So there's that for sure that exists. But I think the bulk of people who are usually on the wrong side of that aren't like cheering that on and saying, let me figure out how I can do crime. I think it's mostly the opposite of like trying to build tools that make it harder for people to take advantage of this new technology in a way that's not positive. And I'm thinking about like sniper bot, like trying to, figure out ways to sort of ruin that approach of pump and dump where people are are sniping in really early, putting that early tax on them to like make it harder or make it less incentive to do stuff like that because you're not going to benefit. And there's people working on that stuff all the time of like, how can we build something that's a better mousetrap, if you will, like a better way to approach this. And constantly, I think that's happening of like a way to make this a fair approach where there aren't these really built-in, almost systemic ways to grift. So I don't know.
And I just also think what we perceive as reality is not reality. And most of like
getting too deep for this early in the morning.
Okay.
Like
most of the good, like what is crypto? It's like we spend time on social media. You're looking at a feed. What rises to the top is every sensational story, every crime, every grift. Every time someone has either like all the outlier stories. So it's like the people who have made outsized returns, and then it's like or have lost a ton. It's not the everyday. And most of the people I know who are doing like just like good work in the world, they're not posting about it and they're not sharing it and you don't see it. So what I mean is like, what if, and this idea of comparing crypto to the existing world, like, what if you had to walk through a casino every time you went to your bank and you're seeing people like you don't, or,
I think, maybe that's part of it. That's a really good point of like, when you go to the casino, it's a very specific, like I'm choosing to go here kind of a thing. And if I don't want to go there, I don't have to. And I think maybe that's part of this issue is that like I came to just go to the show. I wasn't here for the casino. Why do I have to walk through the casino? Because that's where you spend the money. So yes, if you want to get to the show, you have to walk through the casino, but you don't have to go to the show either. So that becomes the choice, and we don't want people to make that choice because we want them to come to the show. So I don't know.
Celine
I don't know how to solve
Dion,
that.
what show are we going to a magic show?
I guess it depends on which show. Any
Britney?
show.
I would say Britney
Literally
Spears.
any show
Okay.
in Vegas, you have to walk through a casino to get to the show. Literally, that's how they get you. You want the buffet? You got it's on the other side of the casino. Always. It's just
I'm not trying to go to a show. I'm not trying to go to Vegas. I just want to build apps. So what do I do?
Apps. Where do I build mini apps? I don't know. You're the one building the slot. She's over there in the slot machine factory, building the apps. I know. I'm just kidding. Anyway, but I get the sentiment. I totally do. I don't know. I think we just keep building what we want to see, and approach this the way we want to, like what we'd like it to be, and just accept that not everybody's going to be on the same page. But I think it's a great conversation to be having, by the way. So if you have thoughts on this, jump into this thread from Ray Zipsa. And this from Garrett. This is like, we're in a lot of people a lot of people thinking about things this week. It's very, very, a lot of discussions happening. We've reached peak media. I think people, thank you. I think people will continue to shift towards more social first platforms around their friends, family, and communities. People yearn for connection and humanity. Too much of technology subverts these two key things. And I think people will continue to seek out human connection over content media. So this was in relation to Gigamesh or Codecasting Gigamesh. I'm sure a lot of people have already made this point, but I just realized the flood of hyper-real AI videos is likely going to push social media back to friends and trusted influencers. Hopefully it will make everyone want to touch grass more, go out, etc. Authenticity is the new fake Instagram reality. Influencers and shambles, they might actually have to be themselves for once. So I've been thinking about this for a while, because the more AI things where your whole feed is just AI, and how good Sora is, and how it's very entertaining, and when it's done creatively, it can be a lot of fun. But if it starts to, I don't think it's going to replace people. I just don't, not in the same way. I think it's going to replace some things, very much so, like ads and things like that. Things like behind the scenes replacing people, and sort of a little bit in the front of the scenes. But I don't think it's going to replace people wanting real people creating content, doing things, being creative. So we'll see. I think we have to wait and see how it plays out, but that's the way I take it. And I do think there will be more value to things that are authentic, that are, less produced. I do think.
Any examples?
I don't know. No examples. No.
What's your favorite media that has no production value, but is built by two people?
I'd say like a live stream of sorts where you're connecting with people in the chat. I mean, I think that's why you do see a rise in live stream, and why people are jumping in all over the place, and you see less of the overly produced podcasts having as much of a hold. So there you go. And being able to communicate and have that play off of people in the chat. That is a huge bonus, I think, personally. I think that makes a big difference, because you can feel that it's live and you feel a part of it. I also think there's a big difference between social media and social networks. And I do think we'll see more people lean into networks over media. But I could be wrong, because TikTok is still king.
I could be wrong. I could start every sentence in 2025 with, I could be wrong. Like, if you're talking about the future and you don't say I could be wrong,
I could be very wrong. I could be very wrong.
My only thought on this was, while I agree with both Gigamesh and Garrett's takes, except I do not think we're anywhere near peak media. Like, I think we've got a long way to run.
You're right. Yes.
A long way to run for things to get so much worse and so much sloppier, until we turn the corner and kind of the pendulum swings back towards quality. And if we are starting to feel like I'm aching for quality. Like because that's how I feel. Like I'm yearning for slower things and deeper things. I found myself like, I find my feed really boring these days, not just on Farcaster, but just like, well, like I used to scroll the internet and just be entertained for hours and find long form articles and like so much discovery of like really interesting things that a lot for a while, like blogs replaced books for me. Like I'd read
like deep
Substacks and
reads.
articles. Yeah. And I'm finding myself like, I can't even find the topic I want to read about. So I've been reaching for books and
not a bad thing.
So,
Somebody mentioned, I think it was a comment to Gigamesh's. Somebody mentioned books.
I mean, I recasted it last night.
Oh, maybe that was
books.
it. Oh, maybe it was you.
Me.
Maybe you. Somebody mentioned books. It was probably Adrian.
Was it a fox?
Was it Phil or Adrian or Amelie? Somebody mentioned books. All right, moving on. A couple more things. And this is from Entropy Bender. We are evolving from what's the CA to what's the thesis. Very soon we may even be able to read books again. That's where it was. I have faith. That's where the books were mentioned.
Okay.
I just needed to go one more cast. I don't know if we're quite at what's the thesis. Like, I still think, let me rephrase this. It depends on what ecosystem you're in. I don't think anybody over on Pump Fund right now is like, what's the thesis of your token? It's not what's happening over there. So you might see it in some pockets where people are being a little more cautious about where they put their money. But honestly, the thesis could be I think the numbers going up. Like that for a lot of people is enough of a thesis. So I don't think we're quite there yet. But I do think people are thinking a little bit more about where they're putting their funds. A little bit less pray and spray, but not much.
Well, I am obsessed with this cast. I actually just went to go collect it, and my Warplet, it's not letting me. Because it's stuck in checking balance. So something's up with Farcaster right now.
Okay. That's not good.
Anyway, my other thesis, pun intended, for social media is every cast or post needs to be prefixed with like, in my opinion, or in my own personal experience, right? Yeah. So there's no we, it's just I. So congratulations, Entropy Bender. Entropy Bender is moving from what's the CA to what's the thesis. Good maturity, happy to see it. But I just loved this sentiment because it's funny. He made me laugh. By the way, like, I really just want to collect it, and it's not letting me collect.
Do you read more books now than you used to, or less, or about the same than like 20 years ago, say?
I really books come in phases for me, but there was probably a time 20 years ago where I was like really into books. Like I'd read a lot more and a lot more fiction than I did. But
I do not read nearly as much fiction. I hardly read fiction anymore. And I used to read, I always had a book going. Like 20, 30 years ago, constantly had, one book after another that I always had going. And I find I read hardly at all now. And what I find also is that, younger generation reads not at all. And that's concerning because I feel like there's a critical thinking skill that is going to get missed by that. So, and I was, in the other way I was thinking about, I watch Friends religiously every night to go to sleep. That's how I go to sleep. So they're always reading. Like they're always reading. All of them have there's been times where they're all reading something. And even Joey, who's not intellectual at all, is reading The Shining. And there's always books or they'll have books. And I was like, that was, mid 90s. And I just find that funny that you go into any cafe, you're very rarely going to see somebody reading a book.
Right.
Like they're
Book
just
clubs
not.
were. I wonder how popular book clubs still are. I have like friends still.
I
used
think
to
they're
do book
still
clubs.
popular. Yeah, I think they're still going. Like, well, my mom's in a book club. I think in terms of certain older generation, yes.
Mhm.
Younger, I don't know. That's a good point, though. Oprah used to have a book club too, and that was like a big thing. Like media personalities have book clubs. Yeah,
There's probably still an Oprah book club, right? There's I
probably.
know Reese Witherspoon has a big book club.
Right.
I think there's a whole book talk. Listen,
There's book talk. Yeah, I think there's some of it, but I just think there's
Joey
yes,
bought an encyclopedia.
He can. Yes, he did. Only V. Remember, it was just V.
One.
Because that's all he could afford. With Penn Gillette was the encyclopedia salesman. Random.
I'm reading J.R.R. Tolkien right now. I'm reading The Hobbit. I never read it.
Oh wow!
And I decided, yeah. So I'm reading The Hobbit.
You're going big. All right.
I think it's not. I think it's a kid's book. Isn't it like a children's book? My son read it last year in 8th grade.
Young, like I'd say,
I don't think
like
it's that
young.
big.
Yeah.
But I just wanted I was like in the mood for a fantasy like a book to escape into.
Okay. So, awesome. I used to read a lot of John Grisham. I pretty much have read all of his books, and Carl Hayson. Like I love a like legal or murder mystery thriller, but funny. Like I need funny, or I can't do it. The other thing that's interesting, my son's friends' moms, two of the moms, got together and started a bookstore that just opened 2 days ago in Naples, like downtown Naples. Like it's beautiful. It's like gorgeous. So Books on Third, if you happen to be in Naples. But I thought, I'm like, what an interesting choice. Like that feels very, from a business perspective, feels a little dangerous. But at the same rate, I'm thinking maybe not, because there are no bookstores anymore in the area. Like they're all gone. So they're pretty much going to be the only one. So
we have there's a local bookstore near us that's incredible, but I read on Kindle, right? Like I still want it. So every now and then I'll go in to kind of buy. I don't want to read physical books. And yet
my mother's the same way.
But then, so how do these bookstores have to become kind of community hubs?
Yeah. And that's how it feels like looking. I've only seen the pictures, I haven't been in yet, but yeah, it looks like it's set up for that kind of thinking of like, this is where you come and hang and
Do you know that Louis C.K. just wrote a novel?
Really? A novel?
Yeah. Like a novel in
wow. Okay.
Like fiction. So I was listening to now I forget where I saw him on. Maybe Bill Maher, but he was asking like, oh, like you don't write a book for the money. It's not a business decision.
No.
I'm going to show my book in the comments right now. I'm in the middle of writing a children's book. It's going to be not my retirement plan. A friendallbook.com. Check it out. By the way, just to respond to some comments, I told you The Hobbit is a children's book. Everyone read it when they were a kid. No, I did not read Lord of the Rings. I saw the movie 20 years ago. But I really don't even know that story. I did read the Game of Thrones book.
Yeah, that
Song of Ice and Fire back in the day.
The Noun coffee shop looks like a great place to bring a book and hang, and I think it's designed to be like that. So very cool. Yeah, I need to get there. I'm telling you. Okay. We'll talk about that in a minute. All right, let's move on. We've got a nice discussion of books randomly in there.
I said I wanted this to be a short show today because there wasn't that much news. We digress.
Wasn't that much news. We digress. A few more things. We did that already. Go to TikTok. This from Yasik. DGen started in 2024 with a simple idea to reward content creators and turn social engagement into real value. Yeah. I mean, everything you're seeing right now, we can give a little tip of the hat, if you will, to DGen. In the early days, every new wallet and every interaction mattered. 5,000 wallets joined within days, and today over 1 million wallets hold DGen. Over $50 million has been airdropped directly to users, showing just how much a passionate community can move the needle. We've seen firsthand how a tight-knit, engaged community makes all the difference. It's what turned a single vision into a global movement. As we head into Q4, we couldn't be more excited for what's next and for all the ways our community will continue to shape DGen's journey. So just amazing to see 50 million. It's like wild. To see the amount like listed there that's been given away to people who have participated in DGen, and that's pretty amazing. So hats off to Jacek.
Did you join the he created a new
Slack
token gated Telegram or Slack channel for DGen Wales. Did you join?
Or no, I think there's a Telegram channel, but there's also a Slack for if you're testing the new client, and I haven't started testing yet, and I need to get in there. But are you in the Telegram? I'm not in the Telegram. I don't really love Telegram. I got to be honest. I kind of hate it. So I kind of avoid it like the plague whenever possible. This is what inspired my hat today. New collaboration with Super Tight Woody live now on the Minted merch shop. Super Tight dab cap, Cryptodes oversized tee, Cryptodes cap, and the mini app. Add the mini app and turn on notifications to receive daily chicken reminders, new product alerts, order confirmations, shipping alerts, and 15% off your next order. Merch moguls, holders of 50 million plus minted merch, receive 15 off site wide. By the way, love the new collection, Super Tight Woody, and I have already ordered. So mine is on the way already. I got all the things, both hats and the shirt. Very excited. Can't wait. So very cool to see that. And this from V, okay, let me back up here. This from Phil, offering a 25 USDC bounty to the first person who can get Jesse, V, or DWR to publicly cast. I will be at the Node Foundation opening in Palo Alto this January. I did go in and tag Jesse because he is the most likely to actually attend, since I don't know if you've noticed, but his PFP is a punk. He has been deep in the punks for a long time, like since they came out. So, and he lives not that far from Palo Alto, like, it's a drivable situation. So I thought Jesse was going to be the first, but no, it was V, but there's a caveat. He does have a requirement. V did say, I will be at the Node Foundation opening in Palo Alto this January if Phil gives me a crypto punk. I think that's more than $25 slightly. So I don't know if that's going to happen there, V, but hope to see you. I definitely want to go to this. So I think it's going to be amazing. I love what Phil's putting together, but I'm also in my mind, and this is my brain and it's really stupid, but I'm like, if I'm going to California, I also want to go to Noun Coffee. These things are 6 hours away from each other by drive. And I'm like, but maybe. So haven't figured that out yet, but January I want to go because I think it's going to be amazing. And Phil already granted me a media pass for GM Farcaster for us to go. So there you go. This from Horsefacts. We forgot to get to this the other day, and this has been in Adrian's background. So we're going to end with this. Has been in Adrian's background since yesterday, and we didn't get to talk about it. So Horsefacts was commenting on something related to the Longhorns, and said, so much hype, so many expectations. I witnessed the same situation firsthand with Garrett Gilbert in 10 when I walked on. Few truly know the Deodad lore, not even me. So this was a comment from Deodad talking about the Texas Longhorns. And then Horsefacts comment, Deodad, Angel said, Deodad was a walk-on Longhorn? And Horsefacts said, he is probably the grittiest, most intense, most productive person I know. When I met everyone in person for the first time, our small talk went something like, so did you study programming? Yeah, CS at Texas. I played football. I was a walk-on. Oh, wow. So how did you join Merkle? I read about Farcaster on a blog. So I looked at the Hubs repo and opened some PRs. Then they hired me. Okay. It's insanely based. And that's pretty cool. And it was like, oh, what a very good football program. What the fuck? Like, so yeah. So there you go.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's funny. I know Deodad only from his PFP, his username, and his
I've never met him.
casts.
Have I ever met him? Do I not even realize I've met him? I don't think so.
You know what's funny about the Merkle team is a lot of them like were at FarCon,
Yeah.
but I don't know. Like I didn't actually meet a ton face to face. I met Daniel Pirosby, and I was like, oh, one time I met him, I shook my hand, put my hand out, like, oh, nice to meet you. He's like, it's Daniel. I'm like, oh, I know you now. I know you. I was just thinking though, like Deodad, I don't know what he looks like. I know what
No idea.
Horsefacts looks like, but anyway.
Now I am imagining he looks like a football player.
Exactly. But that, in my
no
mind, I'm like, I was like, who, is there a tank? I don't know. I love Deodad so much from his words, but like never once did he talk about football. Maybe he did, but not in my replies.
I mean, I'm sure it doesn't like come
That's
up all the time, but it's so funny. Yeah. I like I think what this speaks to is like everyone contains multitudes on this freaking network. Like people are they're very interesting people. They don't always share that on the street, but I'm always amazed. Like I think I told you this when I was at base camp talking to Kat Cartel. I mean, it blew my mind. Absolutely blew my mind. I was talking to her for a while near the fire pits, and I was like, holy crap. What, like this, she's just amazing. She has all these different facets to her. And it's like that with so many people that I meet who are on Farcaster or active on Farcaster. So anyway.
I know. I want to say people contain multitudes everywhere in the world. Like it's not even Farcaster. It's like people do everywhere, especially on Farcaster. Deodad has the best fun fact though. Like, and I'm thinking about using his as my like fun fact. Like I know a guy who was a walk-on at Texas football and who also got a job at Merkle by pulling a PR on their hubs.
Yeah.
Like
saw a blog. Like started just doing stuff. So
it
you
is
can
the
just
ultimate.
do things. Comes down to you can just do things.
You can just do things and don't ask, like it's like don't ask, just do things. And it's incredible.
Chompix just showed up and was like, what's happening? I was like, oh my God. Yeah, it's Tuesday this week. Sorry. We forgot to tell you. And we're almost done, by the way, too. But thanks for popping in. We're glad you made it.
Yeah.
Anything else, Adrian, before we wrap this up? So we are going to be on Friday. Time TBD, but around 10ish. We're still finalizing some things because we're going to be in person. So we're very excited. We've been back and forth on locations. We had found a podcast studio. It's too far away. I decided to cancel it, and we were just going to do something at the hotel. But we also may have one other location. So we're nailing some things down, and then we'll let you all know. But it will be Friday. We will be in person. Hopefully, this will work. Like just fingers crossed that we can actually stream this from wherever. When we are in person together, it usually gets a little crazy and it doesn't always go smoothly, but we're going to do the best we can. And it'll be fun. Nonetheless, it always is a lot of laughs. You'll also see us dropping some content and streams from our experiences at Aptos Experience, including, I'm really excited about the Barclay Center. I think that's going to be really cool. I'm very excited about that. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And that's going to be a blast. So we'll be, Plants is going to be doing like a 3-point shot or some kind of, he's shooting something.
There's a whole 3-on-3 tournament. It's at the Brooklyn Nets.
Something.
It's on the Brooklyn Nets practice court, plus in a little suite. So it's a whole little party. Plus there is like 3-point shootouts and
something. Yeah.
I assume a slam dunk contest. I assume. I doubt it. Okay. 3-point shootout, maybe. And
yeah, I think there was a 3-point something. I don't know. Something.
And could it be from like maybe the free throw line instead of 3-point? Like
could be. I don't know. Something's happening with that.
My husband heard that was where it was, and he perked up. He's like, "Can I come?" I'm like, yes, you can, but
you can. You won't, but you can.
He wanted to play. He's like, there's a 3-on-3 tournament. I'm like, yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Got a team.
That's pretty cool. I didn't even like fully read what was happening at that event. I just saw Barclays and I was like, sign me up.
Yeah.
Like, I just want to be in the space. Like, I just think that's going to be fun. So really excited about that. We'll be posting lots of things from New York. Oh, by the way, I don't even know if you noticed, I'm wearing my Farcon hire shirt from this year with the Brooklyn Bridge on it. And Brooklyn Bridge, or it might be, yeah, it's Brooklyn Bridge. I wasn't sure if it was Williamsburg, but which I have to wear backwards, so you guys could actually get a glimpse of it. So anyway, excited to go. So I got to go get this episode out so I can go pack and also do all the things I didn't get done yesterday. So we will see you all on Friday. We'll see you on the timeline. And with that, everybody, bye-bye. Thanks for joining us for this episode of GM Farcaster. And thank you to all our partners and HyperSub supporters bringing this episode to you. Follow the GM Farcaster channel for all the latest updates and add our mini app on Farcaster and the base app. Until next time, bye-bye.